Hi, my name's Paul Grogan and welcome to the second part in a two-part series where I'm going to be showing you how Crescent Moon is played. This video is a full 5-player playthrough, so if you're just wanting to learn how to play the game, you want to go and check out my other video first. You can click on the little eye in the corner or the link in the description, and that is a full teach of the game for all 5 players. This video is the playthrough video, so you might learn how to play the game from watching this video, but for a full explanation, go and check out the tutorial video. A big thank you to Osprey Games for commissioning this video, and also a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who fund the channel. If you want to support me directly, you can do so at patreon.com/gamingrules. Okay, let's head to the table and see how a 5-player game plays out. Okay, so now we're ready to start the game, and yeah, the first thing is the Caliph player chooses where the palace is going to go, and the Murshid player takes a plot action, so we give the top 7 cards of the deck to the Murshid player. Because you've currently got no cards in hand, you now take 2 of the pinky purple cards and add them to your hand. And this is why it's dangerous at the start of the game for us to do anything where the Murshid can get involved. Because the Murshid's got 2 cards at the start of the game and the rest of us don't have anything. Are there 2 cards there for you to take?
Oh, yes.
Okay, right, plenty. Good.
Awesome, purple.
So, because there are enough cards for Rob to take, the rest of them will get shuffled and put back on top of the deck. If there wasn't enough cards for him to take, he would get coins for any that he's missing, and then the rest would get shuffled and put on the bottom of the deck. While Rob's deciding that, we can do income. So, let's just go through the income again, and we'll start with the Warlord and go clockwise. You are only in control of 1 hex. It is a wasteland, which gets you no income, and that's it.
Yeah. Shuffle them back on top.
Shuffle them and pop them back on top. The Murshid starts in control of here. It is a fertile hex, so you get 1 income.
Yay.
The Sultan, you are in control of this hex. It's fertile, and there's a town, so that's 2. And you also get 1 for each town and 2 for each city, so you get a total of 5 money. The Caliph, I'm in control of here, but there's no income from here. I'm also in control of here, which is 1, because it's fertile. And the Nomad, you are in control of the wasteland, and that's it. So that's income. Now we do reserves. Warlord, you have a reserve value of 3. You have a current strength of 1, so you put 2 ordinary units on your card. I have a reserve value of 2. I have a strength of 1, so I get 1 ordinary unit. And the Nomad, you have a reserve value of 6. Currently, there are 2 mercenary units in the game, so you get 4 mercenary units on the card. That's the reserves done. Upkeep we don't do in the first year. So now, we go into the action phase, and it is the Warlord take the first action in the game.
Okay, so
any of the actions you want me to go over again, feel free to ask.
Yeah. So there's no income from deserts. This is a desert.
The only income is from fertile land, quarries, and hexes with towns and cities.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and Sultan's influence.
Okay. In that case,
but there's more to life than money.
Yeah. So it seems.
Okay. If you're the Warlord, yes.
Yeah.
There's
so
combat.
I'm going to start planning. So we're going to get 4 actions this year.
4 actions this year, 4 next year, 4 the year after.
So I'm going to influence.
Okay, so you're going to choose the influence action.
Choose a hex that is adjacent to one that I have presence.
Yep.
And I will influence this one.
There is no contest because nobody else has presence there, and it's not near the Murshid. That's it. That's your first action done.
Yep.
Right. What is the Murshid going to do?
Okay. I'm going to play an action.
So you're doing the player power card action.
Yep. Place 2 mercenary units from your supply into a hex where you have presence and that is not controlled by another player.
Okay, let's have a look at the card. Nice. So, muster. Yeah, so 2 mercenary units from your supply into a hex where you have presence and isn't controlled by another player. That gets discarded. That has gone.
Nice.
That is your action done. I know what Peter's going to do. Does what the Sultan does best. Just a quick reminder, don't forget to look at your year 1 objectives and definitely try and do them if you can. Oh gosh, how am I going to do that? Wow, okay.
Well, I hate to disappoint, so
You're going to build.
I'm going to build.
So your build is build 3.
I build 3. They've got to be in different
hexes. Yeah.
So, and I can build. I can build towns anywhere where there isn't already a town or a city.
Correct.
So I don't need influence. I don't need to be adjacent. I can go anywhere on the board.
Yeah. This is a really nice place.
Yeah, so I've heard.
So more defenders.
So a little oasis going on there.
Yeah, I strongly recommend building a town there.
Well, I think I'm going to I'm going to throw my cities towns on the floor. I'm going to build one there.
Mhm.
I'm going to build one there, and I'm going to build one there. Now
Okay.
that one costs me 1 plus 1 because it's a quarry.
Yep.
So that's starts
So
2.
2 for that one, 1 for that one, and 2 for that one.
So that's a total of 5.
5.
So easy count. Easy
Okay.
go.
There you go. And that is your build action done. Well, considering my year 1 objective is to have 4 castles or influence tokens on the board, I think I probably want to do the influence action as well. Now, I don't like this warlord's influence right next to me. That's a little concerning.
Somewhat threatening.
It is a little bit, yes. So I think I'm going to take influence over this quarry, which... Oh no, if I do that...
As a test, because he's...
Yeah, so here's the thing. If I do that, that's going to start an influence contest. I don't have any military influence. I don't have any civilian influence, and I don't have any cards. You would be a participant.
Well,
Presumably you would support the defender. You would have 1 civilian influence, and you'd say no.
I'd get to choose whether to say no or
Yeah.
not.
So I think I'll play it safe. I'm just going to put the influence here.
I think you'll find that the role of conniving backstabber is taken in this game.
Yeah. Or maybe here. We'll put it there. Yeah, we'll have influence over the holy site. Right, that's my action done.
I am doing the
Recruiting.
recruit.
Okay, now you can pop your mercenaries anywhere, I believe, can't you? Anywhere that isn't controlled by another player. And you could have split them over different hexes if you wanted to.
Yes.
Okay? And it's just recruit 2, isn't it?
Recruiting.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
it.
Right, there you go. So we've
Are
all
you sure
taken
you
our
want to
first
do
action.
Yes.
I wanted to go in there.
You still can.
I don't think I can.
You can bribe them.
You can buy them.
Yeah.
She agrees, yeah.
Do you want them?
All sorts of options.
Highly trained, fully equipped.
Okay, so here's a question then.
The best swords.
My it's quite interesting. My year 1 objective is to have 4 units. If I bribe those, does that give me
They
2
become
more?
your units.
Yeah, that would count, wouldn't it?
And remember, you can offer Emily a certain amount of money for the bribe, and if she says no, you can choose a different action. You're not tied into the action if you can't make an agreement.
Well, for 2 mercenaries, since they're worth 1 each, I would have thought that 2 coins would have been pretty
An
good.
impressive amount of contempt in that look. So,
I'd offer you more than that.
well, he can't because
Would
he's
you?
broke because he
I
produces
can't.
it.
I can't do that because I haven't
You've
got.
only got 3.
Because you have to take pity.
You've got 3.
I've got 3.
I don't have any.
You don't have any money.
No.
Yeah,
I can
I'd give you way more
any-
than that.
I probably would stretch to 3
Yes.
for the
3's
2
fine.
mercenaries.
3.
Thank you. So they
So
go.
you have bribed.
I've
So
bribed
they
those.
go
Back to
back to the supply,
Yeah.
and you put 2
2
mercenary units in
mercenaries.
there.
Okay.
It's worrying.
Thank you.
That is worrying.
Okay. Over to me.
Yep.
We're going to take the move action and move these into here.
Okay. Yep. So you now control that hex,
Yep.
which has a city in it.
But that's not an assault yet, is it?
No.
That's move 1.
Yep.
You've got move 2.
Oh.
But I'm not going to.
You're not going to do
Yeah,
the second
I
move.
want the force in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe I'll move on to there.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Ooh. Because that thing comes.
Sneaky hobbitses. Okay. Right.
Because I've got the card of fun.
The card of fun.
Fun.
I'm sure it doesn't say that at the top.
No, just
Card
two
of-
lines,
card
three
of woe.
lines of maniacal laughter.
So my go.
Mm-hmm. Can build some more towns.
Well, possibly. I think I might build a fort.
I need to have a look at my build.
This is going to cost me 3.
The build's already got busy.
Yeah,
Mm.
much busier than last.
Yeah.
People aren't buying them and giving money around. That's why. So.
How do you get your mercenaries back?
Only
the
at
reserve.
Yeah.
reserve.
This is
Right.
going to cost me 4. So that's 7
There'll
that I've
be more
spent
for you
so
to
far.
It's very secure down here.
It gets you income, though, doesn't it?
It gets you income
Gives
too.
you income as well. Yeah.
There's very limited places on this map where you can play that it's not going to give someone else income.
I'll go here.
Okay.
That's going to cost me another
1.
1, so that's a total of 8.
8.
Please can I have 2 change? Thank you.
There you go.
Big spender.
Sultan builds again.
Mm.
So for my year 1 objective, I want to get another influence token on the board. But putting another influence token here is safe, but it doesn't really do anything.
You've got some to spare though.
I do, but I'd like to put it where it actually does something.
Do they move?
No.
Influence doesn't
No.
move?
But if I try and do it anywhere else,
If there's an influence face-off,
it's going to be a contest. Attacker wins ties. Here's the thing. Let's just go through this. If, for example, I wanted to take influence here,
Yeah.
I'm the attacker. You're a participant. Step 1, select power cards. Neither of us have got any power cards. Step 2, you declare as a supporter or a defender. Let's say you declare as the defender. Reveal and resolve cards, none. Attacker's influence, no military, no civilian, no supporters, no cards. Defender, no military, no civilian, no cards. It's a draw, I win.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Does that
it
mean-
does. It means you've spent an action, I've spent an action. But it means you could then take it back. That's the problem.
Does my influence disappear?
Yours will
Yes,
disappear
yes,
and I
yes,
will
yes.
get it on the
Mine
board.
comes back.
Yeah.
You take yours.
Yeah. So I'm just working through this,
Okay.
and I'm thinking.
But if you march some troops in there, he can't. He won't.
But if
then
I've got
you've got
troops in
military
there,
influence.
I'll be
Exactly.
Yeah, having stuff in there without anyone to support it is
Yeah.
problematic.
Okay.
So I would like
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
This is my second action, isn't it? Yes, this is my second action. I would like to hire those 2 mercenaries,
All right.
and I would be happy to pay 4 money for those 2 mercenaries.
I don't have much left that I can do. Right. So I feel like 5. They would be worth 5.
5. Okay. So I give you 5. So
Take
those 2 go
2,
there,
so I get rid
and
of
I
them.
get these 2. Now these 2 can go. So this is hiring mercenaries. Place the mercenaries you paid in 1 or more hexes where you have presence and no other player has control. I don't know whether this is. The problem is these 2 are here, and I've got no cards in hand, and therefore you could go in with these
It'd
2.
be a draw.
No, because you'd play your warfare card. But even without
in
your warfare
the
card,
war-
it'd be
yeah.
2 versus 2.
Yeah.
And we've got no cards, and you'd win. With the warfare card, you'd
Yeah.
definitely win.
Yeah.
Interesting, the attacker wins time.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
unusual
not,
for a
I'm
game.
not sure I actually want to do that.
But yeah, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not thinking of doing that next.
Well, I would if I were you.
but- really?
You get points for attacking, you get points for winning, and control of the holy site.
You knacker him.
You get points for that as
Always
well.
worth.
I would get 1 point. I think. I think I get.
Yeah,
1
but you get
point for
control
doing
of the
that.
holy site as well.
Get
Which
control of the
is a
holy
big
Which
site.
is
pretty good.
influence.
I'm going to bolster up here.
Okay.
I'm going to put them in here. So I've got 2 mercenary units and an ordinary unit. All right, that's my go done. Emily, your second turn.
I'm missing a point then. Why would me controlling this
Because
help me?
if you look at your secondary objective, everybody has a secondary objective that gets points for controlling the holy site.
Is it?
I do.
4?
Yeah, 4 points.
Yeah,
4
got
points
it.
a turn. Yeah.
Okay.
That's at the end of every year.
So that's technically 12 points if you take it this turn. Take it this year.
I would like to buy some cards, please.
Okay, so would you like to make the Sultan an offer for one of these cards? We have an Assassinate, we have a Rebel, which is good for combat or influence contests, and we have camelry, which is good for combat.
Camelry.
Riding of camels.
Is it like camaraderie?
I will offer you 1 for camelry.
Oh, I think I might be selling myself a bit cheap if I take 1. I think this is a mistake I made in the previous game.
You weren't selling them for enough, were you?
I was accepting 1 for cards. I think I'm going to have to say 2.
I won't be buying it then.
Okay.
Okay, are you still going to go ahead with the buying cards action?
I will, yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to check
you're
out
only-
what they
all
are.
right, yeah.
Sorry.
I can't see.
Yeah, so the Mershid cards are all assassinate, rebel, betray, sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky.
There's a theme here.
There is a theme. Even your ships are sneaky ships.
Yeah.
Can the move move units from 2 different tiles?
So each move is any number of units from one hex to another hex. So
Right.
2 different
One-
hexes would be 2 moves.
Okay. So I've got move 3, so I could potentially
3.
move
Yeah.
combination up
Yeah.
to 3.
This one could go like 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
if they were
yeah.
empty.
Yeah.
I'll buy this one.
So it's a blue card, so that money goes to me. Go. And you can buy 1 card from the middle market and
That's
1
it.
card from the far market.
Did have
They
an eye on
do they
that.
shuffle
Everything
down?
slides down.
And they do that now. They don't
They
wait
do that
until the
now.
upkeep.
Yeah. And then that is it. Paul, your 3rd turn of the game.
Okay, so my 3rd turn of the game, I'm going to mass.
Uh-oh.
So in each hex where I have an influence token and no other player has control,
Blue
I
ships.
can place 1 ordinary unit from my supply.
So for this hex, do you want to remove the token and place
No.
2 units, or keep the token and place 1 unit?
It's a bit on his own out there, isn't it? Yeah, I probably want to take 2. I'll probably want to take that off.
Okay, so the influence goes. What do you want to do here?
That one there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Stop trying to get me to do the wrong thing.
I'm not. I'm just giving you options.
Thank you. Yes. No, because I want to do the mass again. So that goes 1 there.
That goes
and
there,
One goes
one goes
1
there.
there.
Okay, you're done.
Okay, that's good.
Action, no, not action 4. Mershid's action 3.
Okay, I will take the influence contest. So
Yeah.
I'm going to influence here.
So this is going to be a contest
Yep,
because another player has a piece
that's right.
in there.
So we're both in there. No one else is. No one else can
So-
interfere. I have.
Do you want to work out what would happen if you didn't play any power cards?
That's correct. I will win because I'm adding 1 because I've got military strength. You're adding 1 because you've got
Civilian
strength.
influence.
You have no cards.
Yeah.
It's a tie. I win the tie. So I'm not going to bother playing this card.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I simply drop that. There.
Got it.
Sorry. Thank you.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. I think I've got this planned out. What's money for? I'm going to put a city in here, which I think will cost me 5. Base cost of 4.
Base
Plus
cost of
1
4.
for the quarry
Plus
hex.
1 for the quarry. So that's 5 for that one.
We're going to put a fort in here at a cost of 2, so that's 7.
7. You got 1 money left.
And my 1 remaining money can put a town somewhere that isn't a mountain, quarry, or desert. So I think it's going to have to be one of these
Yeah.
2 spaces, and I think that one.
Okay. Right.
Do I score my year 1 objective
That's my
now?
last coin.
No, you score it
At the end?
in the scoring phase.
In square face.
Yeah.
Unless it states you score immediately. Then it'll be
Right.
the end.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Right. I've only got 2 actions left. At least 4 castles that were influenced. How am I going to get those? No chance. Okay, so I'm concerned because I think the Mershid can now take the influence action here, and you'd win because it'd be 0 versus 0, and you'd win ties.
Yep.
Because you can place influence in a hex where you have presence, or adjacent to a hex where you have presence. So I think, how many cards you got?
One.
card. I think I'm going to have to buy power cards as my third action. And I want ones that are good in influence contests, which is very few of them. Now, there is one here. Oh, except that's actually no good at all. That is influence contest +1 if in a hex with a town, +2 if in a hex with a city. So that's no use. Well, I'm feeling the pressure already.
I know we've not even finished the first.
I know.
Yeah, we're in year one.
Don't understand what happened.
This is
Everybody just
we're
spread.
autumn. We're in autumn of year one.
Okay, so I'm just going to take the influence action, and I'm going to put influence here.
Does that count as civilian?
No.
No. Okay.
It's +1 for military,
It's +1.
because he's got military presence in there. Attacker's influence.
Yeah,
Military.
for influence.
Yeah.
For influence, yes.
Yes,
It's
yes,
an influence
yeah.
test. Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
Not
Emily.
thinking about, I'm not thinking about influencing.
Action number 3.
Get ready and kicking.
Action number 3.
Get in there and do that thing you do.
I am going to.
Your year 1 objective was to have 2 money.
Yeah.
Or have 2 income in the next. Right, okay. But you've got the money.
I've got the money. Can't get the income. I think it's gonna have to be. Yeah. It's gonna have to be a desert.
Dessert.
Dessert.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Lots of cake.
Uh-oh.
Custard.
Have some tiramisu.
Remove any number of master units controlled by any player from the single hex.
So you can either remove that one, those 2, or those 2.
Oh, yeah.
Or that green one.
Or that
The
green one.
green one.
Didn't spot him, he was hiding in the trees.
Hmm.
And they just go back to there.
Yes. I will go for this pink one.
Okay.
So that goes out. That goes back on. Right. The final
been
action
noted.
of the first year.
No, it's
I
made.
didn't feel like I could take the ones that had paid me.
Thank
Those
you.
are the perfect ones to take. You've already taken
When the
payment.
first year, I felt
could
like
have
I'd give
done.
them a
Stop
chance
them
to
from
actually
doing
use
that
them.
influence
Right.
contest as
Yeah.
well.
So I don't know if this
There may have been
works.
tears before bedtime.
Yeah. So I've got move 3.
Yeah.
So that's move 1.
That is a move.
Ooh.
That is a move 1. Yeah.
That's move.
You can't. No, that would cause a combat, so you can't do that.
Why can't I do that?
That would have to be an assault.
Can't start a combat with a move.
Ah.
So you can't move in to make the
No.
You can, but only as an assault, which is the different action.
Yeah, you'd have to take the
yeah.
move.
Oh,
action
that would be a
first.
different action.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. Right. Okay, so let me just look then. So my options are assault. No, they have to be adjacent. They have to be adjacent.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to move in closer to get
Yeah,
that to
so
work.
you have to rally your troops as
Yeah.
one, and then
move them in
and then
to
assaulting
assault.
them as a separate action.
I mean, those 2 could move to there, and then all 4 can move into there. That's a different way of, but that under the move action, because you get
Yeah,
to move.
that's allowed.
Yes.
You move
Because you
3,
could-
don't
In
you?
fact, you've got
Yeah.
move 3. You could
I
go
can move
1,
three.
2,
Two.
3. You could end
Yeah.
up with 5 units in there.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that.
Or you could move those 2 into there, and then the 3 into there, and then those 2
No, you
into
can't
there.
move the 3 into there.
I
'Cause
can't-
you can't
yeah,
attack.
that
No,
would-
no,
that
you
would be
can't.
an assault.
That would be
Yeah.
an assault. That's
Yeah,
what I just
assault.
explained myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay. So and you've got the ability to just remove mercenaries
As an action.
as an action.
Yeah, but that is using
Not-
one of the nomad's actions.
But not in the middle of a combat. So you.
Yeah.
Not in the middle. Not in the middle of combat. No, but so I want to do a move action,
Mhm.
which is that's a move 1.
Move 1.
Don't really want to leave these undefended, do we? Really?
I don't know, what are they doing? They're not getting you anything. They're getting you no
They-
income.
they-
But
no
they are,
points.
but they are stopping anyone from just immediately replacing them.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
it is +1 military.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is that.
Hey, has anybody got an action that you can just put influence down anywhere?
No.
No. Can you put influence down?
I can
Only
put it
adjacent.
down, but
Adjacent.
only adjacent.
Yeah.
One
Yes.
thing that I can do
With-
is that I can build these anywhere where there isn't one already. So
You could build
so
that.
I can
And how would
build
your
that-
income?
I
if you
can
did?
put that there even if there's military in there.
Yeah.
But if you move those military out, then you no longer control that hex.
Enough, I wouldn't
And
get
then
income.
I have presence in there.
You can
So
build a
next
fort.
turn, I can build a fort.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, quick, while he's gone.
yeah, got you.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
start
Build some
building.
walls.
Okay, so that was a move 1. That's a move 2.
That's your second move, yeah.
Second move. Okay. And I might do. Yeah, right. So it does make
King
sense
of
to
the
keep
desert.
them. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Do that.
Okay.
Move 3.
Mhm.
That's it. That's your
Yeah.
all of your actions
That's
for
all
the
of my
first
actions,
year.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Merchant.
Yes.
I want to do 6 more actions this year.
Yeah, that's right. I want 1 more.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You haven't got any cards in hand, have you?
I do not.
I'm going to play Seize as an action.
Seize.
Choose a hex with another player's fort or castle. This one here. Start a combat there as the attacker. Gain +2 combat strength.
Wow.
So that means I have 2.
Yeah.
Because it's a fort, because it's my +2. You have 2 because you have 1 for a fort and 1 for a
If you win,
Civilian.
capture the fort or castle.
Yep.
And remove any remaining defender strongholds.
Yep.
Don't know how there can be any other remaining defender strongholds.
Have something else up there? Fort and a castle.
that maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Wow. It's a good job I've got those there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise the palace would have... Yeah, so that action I've got to move the palace can also be to bring it back on if it's ever removed.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how it's ever removed.
Right.
That's how.
That's how.
Yeah.
So choose a hex with another player's fort or castle. You've chosen that. Start a combat there as the attacker. So this is another simple combat because you get +2 strength. The defender has +2 strength. You're supposed to both select power cards, reveal power cards, determine the victor, but you haven't got any cards, so Rob doesn't need to play any. And it's
He's
2
already
versus 2. An attacker wins ties.
Yep.
If you win, capture the fort or castle. So
Does the mercenary get?
so hang on a minute.
Because he's lost the fight.
So it's 2 versus 2,
Yep.
which means casualties.
Mm.
You both have to lose 1 unit.
Yep.
You didn't have any units, so you don't lose any, but that unit is lost.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
if you didn't lose it, it would then run away.
Okay.
Cards in hand, Rob? Ha
Did
No,
you say
it's more few rather than...
that? You have fallen into my dustly palm.
He can't put a knife in my back if he hasn't got a knife in his hand. Yet.
So my go.
Yeah.
Let's put an influence token in there. I've got a strength of 2. Do you choose to get involved?
So let's go through it. You are trying to put an influence in here. So you are the attacker.
Yep.
Rob is a participant because of this. But yeah, neither of you've got any cards.
Yep.
So basically, you've
I've got
got
to
one.
declare
You've got
myself
military
to be in
influence.
support of the.
You've got civilian influence.
I'm taking about
and Rob doesn't have any.
I'm fully supportive of the assault establishment.
Here, it says from over there.
Harumph.
Okay, right. So my go. That changes everything now.
Have you got blue cards?
There are blue cards in the game.
Sorry,
I
you
currently
don't have any cards.
I currently do not have any cards.
Okay.
I was going to buy some last time, but then I realised that I needed to do something else instead.
Protect the palace.
But things are different now. And I'm considering...
Because I get to go first next round.
You always go first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Paul marches his army out, you could be... Particularly if you've got warfare and such.
I've got warfare.
Yeah, so if he marches out to attack me, he's leaving himself exposed for a stab at the back.
Yeah.
And the palace falls. And there's much lamenting.
You got no cards.
If I come to
Who's
march
got
against
cards?
you,
You've got one
You-
card,
you're
and
my
you've got
hero.
the warfare card.
I'm long way away.
No, because you're only assaulting the adjacent square.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've done my year 1 objective. So I think I know what I need to do. I think I need to do the move action, is what I need to do. And I am going to move. I get 2 moves.
That's 1.
Might be 1. I might move another one in. I'm not completely sure. How many hexes does everybody control? Mershid controls 2.
3.
3. The Warlord controls 4.
4.
I'm not going to get more than 4. So there's no point in me getting. There's no point in me stretching to 4.
Is that your objective?
Is to have 4 and more than any other player.
Right. But you would do that, wouldn't you? You just split those apart.
No, I mean I could go there as well, and then I've got 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's not more than you.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking.
There's
you
military
could move
strength
across.
there,
You can't
there's
move.
military strength there,
Move
there's
across
military
there.
strength there. No, I can.
That's adjacent.
But there's a fort there.
Right.
So
That would be an assault.
it would be a combat if I went to any of those places.
Okay.
In which case he then couldn't move out to the
We
other
couldn't do
locations.
the move. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It's quite clever, that, isn't it?
my only concern with that is Emily's going after me, and Emily could do an assault there, and that would be 1 versus 1. With you've got a card, but you wouldn't need a card. But if I move that out there, that's fine.
That's
Done.
good.
Done. So I just did a move 1.
Okay.
That is your recruit action.
Yeah.
We are done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the end of year 1. So we go to scoring. So we'll go through this in order, starting with the Warlord. Let's go through your primary objective doesn't apply to you because that doesn't apply now because that's only in combat. So let's go through your secondary objectives.
Okay. So have a castle? No. Control the hex of the holy site? Yes. 4 points.
4 points.
Control 4 contiguous? No, unfortunately. That's it for me.
And your year 1 objective?
My year 1 is 4 victory points for 4 units.
You have 6 units on the board.
Yeah, you have
So
at least 4 units on the map.
So you've gained a total of 8 points.
8 points.
Well
There
done.
you go.
Okay.
All right, the Mershid.
Okay, I have an influence token in a hex containing another player's settlement or stronghold. In fact, I have 2 of them. So it's only at least one of them. So,
Okay. So that's your year 1
Yep,
objective.
so that's 4.
Yep.
Secondary objectives, have at least 2 of your strongholds on the map.
Primary objectives.
Okay. So for each of your influence tokens on the map,
Yeah.
2 points for the same city as hex as a city. So that's another 2 because of this
2.
one here.
Yep.
1 point if on the same hex as a town. That's another one there.
Yeah.
So that's 7 currently.
Got it. Secondary objectives.
Yep. No holy site, no holy site. Have at least 2 of your strongholds on the map. Yes, and it's 1, but that's another 2. So that's
Another 2.
9.
Leaps ahead.
How does that? Well, how does that compare to
The 8.
8,
8, 9.
8, 9.
There you go. Right,
How's everyone else doing?
Mr. Sultan.
So for every city on the map, we'll start with year 1 objective.
Sure. Yep.
Have at least 5 settlements, yes. 4 victory points.
Okay.
Primary objectives, for
Yeah.
every city, 1 victory point.
3 cities, 3 points.
1 additional victory point if no other player controls the hex. That's 1. 1 additional
Yeah.
victory point.
Okay.
Mhm.
1 additional victory point if no other player has an influence token in the hex.
That's
That's
2.
2.
Okay.
Secondary objectives, 4 influence tokens, no. Holy site, no. Control at least 3 hexes, no. I've got 2.
Gain 10 points.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10, which means I get 11. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how the
that's
maths.
how it works,
That's
isn't
how
it?
maths works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how it works.
Don't break the chain.
Right, primary objectives. For each hex I control.
3.
I control 3 hexes, I get 3 points. 1 additional point if it's in the same hex as a city. No, because the Sultan didn't build cities near me. 1 additional point if in the same hex as a castle and an influence token. Ah, that was why I wanted to put that there.
There was a reason.
So I should have put one there as well. So I get an extra 1. Learn how to read, Paul. Right, secondary objectives. Control at least 4 hexes and more hexes than any other player. No. Control the hex with the holy site. No. Control 2 quarries in the river crossing. No. Control either 2 quarries or 1 quarry and the river crossing.
Yes.
Yes. 2 points. And my year 1 objective is to have at least 4 castles or influence tokens on the map in any combination. Yes, 4 points.
Wow. 10.
10.
10
Good
as well.
one.
So
Look
8,
at that.
so 8, 9, 10, 10.
10.
Nomad, how much money would you like to spend?
Spending 5
Okay.
to get 4 points.
Are you going to do your year 1 objective if you do that?
No. No, I won't.
Okay.
No. So I'll just spend the 3.
Spend 3 money to get
That's
3
it.
points.
Yeah.
So your year 1
Need some
objective is
change.
to have 2 money, which you will have, so
Yeah.
that's another 4
Will have.
points. And your secondary objectives?
I didn't get those because I've got to have influence tokens in at least 4 hexes not controlled by another player,
You got 2.
or be in the hex, in the holy site, or have presence in a contiguous group of hexes that contains 2 or more cities.
Okay. 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There we go. Right.
Thank you.
That is the end of year 1.
7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Okay.
Year
Right.
2. Income. Starting with the warlord. Hexes that you control.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No income because it's a desert. No income because it's desert. No income because it's wasteland. 1 income because it's fertile, and 1 for the town.
That's 2 more than I had last.
2 money. Merchant.
Me and the money.
Okay. So it's per region I control.
Every hex you control.
So I've got 3 hexes I control.
So that's 3 money. Well, if they're fertile, yep.
Yep. So I control 3 fertile hexes.
And there's a city there, and there's a city there.
Where's the income? There we go.
So it's 7.
It's right here. Also, it's Fedland on top of the city, isn't it? Yeah. So 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 money. Sultan. Here we go.
Right. Hexes you control.
3 because it's a quarry.
So
1 because it's fertile land.
it's a city.
And a city, so it's 3, 4, 5. And you've got an influence token there, so that's 6. So 6 for that
3,
hex.
4, 5. Wow. 6 or 7.
3 because it's
for
a
the
quarry. 2 for the city.
4, 5.
1
for
because
the
of the
fertile
sultan.
land.
No, this is not
Just-
fertile.
Oh, so it's
this
a quarry.
hex.
Yeah, sorry. It's
So
a quarry.
this hex is 6.
It's a very unfertile quarry. So 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 1 for fertile land and 1 for the town.
7, 8.
So 8. And that's it for hexes you control.
And then bonus
And
income all
then
hexes.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There you go. 19 money. Right. I get nothing. I get 3 because it's a quarry, and an extra 1 because of the town, so I get 4. I get 5, 6. 6.
I'm not very rich.
None.
Nothing.
Right, that's income done. Reserves. Your reserve value is 3, and you currently have a strength of 6, so you don't get any more.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
My reserve value is 1, 2, 3, 4. I currently have 2, so I get 2 more. Because it's only ordinary units, mercenary units do not count.
Okay.
The Nomad has a reserve value of 6. How many mercenary units are in the game?
I believe there are 6.
More
as
than
well.
6, or is there 6? I think there's more than 6.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's behind the building.
Yeah, it's hiding.
Okay, it's hiding.
So you don't get any on the card.
Yes.
Right, upkeep. If anybody had played any characters or battalions, they would now come back to your hand. We lose these 2 cards. We slide the market down. And I think that's all that happens in the upkeep. Anybody remember me saying anything else that happened in the
I
upkeep?
think that's
I
everything.
think that was it.
I think
Okay.
so.
Right, year 2, action 1.
Well, 2 new cards are going to come out.
Oh yeah, what have we got?
Yeah. Dun, dun,
Insight.
dun.
And Insight,
Another insight.
There's more of the old inciting, eh?
which is choose a hex controlled by another player with a town or city in it. Place a mercenary unit from your supply in that hex and start a combat. If you win, do not sack any towns or cities.
Okay.
Right. We're on the move,
Uh-oh.
but we are in assault mode.
Uh-oh.
We've got a target in there. Two,
So
technically.
we're going in there.
Dun, 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 dun.
So this is
We have a combat.
any number of units to an adjacent hex. This starts in combat now. Can I move this unit in as well?
No, because it's one from one, isn't it?
From one hex to an adjacent hex.
Doesn't say that.
It does in the rules.
Any number
Okay.
of
Of units to an adjacent hex
Yeah,
where another player has
is
control.
it is from one
this
hex to
starts
another
a
hex.
combat.
I'll just
Okay.
read the full rules.
Okay.
Move any number of your units from one hex to an adjacent hex where another player has control. Right, so first set, selecting power cards. I have no cards,
Oh yeah.
so you select secretly whether you want to play your warfare card or not, and the answer is yes, because there's no reason not to, even though you're going to win anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. I was. Yeah.
Okay, so just pop the warfare card there. Now, what does the warfare card say?
Okay. Warfare said I must assign half of my units in this combat to this card, rounded down.
So 1.
Yeah.
So 1.
So which one of those you... Now, I think you always want to use up mercenary units before your own.
Because they could be
I
stolen,
think-
couldn't they?
It could be stolen,
They could be
but
stolen,
then again, your
right,
reserve
right.
card,
Yeah.
maybe, maybe not. But yeah, choose one of the units.
So I put a
and put it on
mercenary
the
on
card.
here.
Now, the disadvantage with that's going to give you another +1 strength.
Yeah.
So your strength is actually 4. The disadvantage with that card is any units that were on it are going to be lost at the end of the combat.
Mm-hmm.
But
You were going to lose
I was
one
gonna-
unit anyway.
you're going to take one in
I was
casualty
going to
anyway.
take a casualty because...
Exactly. So that's why there's no disadvantage to you playing the card.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to play the card.
No, because I would have had...
Because you're going to win anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two.
So we reveal and resolve our cards. We've done that.
Yeah.
Determine the victor, which is you.
Yeah.
But casualties. So I take 1 casualty. Nobody dies
Which you don't.
because I haven't got anybody
Don't
there.
do any,
You take 1 casualty because my combat strength is 2.
which is
Which can be
effectively
that one.
This one.
Yeah, so that goes back. All of my remaining units retreat.
Yep.
Okay. We remove cards that were played. That strategy
Mhm.
card goes back into your hand. Would you like to capture the stronghold or would you like to sack the stronghold?
We are sacking.
So that gets removed.
Yep.
Okay, so you gain,
Coins.
this is where you gain your points.
Points.
Yeah.
3 money.
And you get 3 money for sacking it.
Do I get that as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everybody gets the sacking income, but you
Nice.
also get points.
You get 3 victory points for a castle.
There you go. 3 points.
Thank you.
Everybody gets the sack.
Everybody gets the sack.
Right.
Right.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Well, not nice, but
I think I'm going to be buying some cards.
Okay.
So first things first, can I have a look at those? Let's look at the cards in the market, the mini mark.
There you go.
So
And I get influence. I get influence on these by
I'll give you
doing
The
three.
a
influence
contest.
action.
Yeah, no, like that one.
Contest.
It would be a
It will
contest.
become a
yeah.
contest.
And I promise I won't use it against you. Promise is non-enforceable.
Agreed.
Okay.
So you've agreed to buy that.
So he's agreed not to use it against me.
The other 2 cards go back here, and you can buy 1 from there, 1 from
Because
there.
you
one
can
from
trust me. Right.
And then I think we're going to buy. Let's see. So 1 mercenary belonging. So I'm going to pay.
there. So those are your own
by
cards.
Betray.
Yeah, so that goes to the bank.
Yeah, basically, if you attack me with mercenaries, one of the mercenaries can switch sides and join me instead. Or if
Money.
I attack you with mercenary,
Let's see.
Does that fill? No.
Only after he's purchased all of his cards.
Right.
I'm actually going to spend 4.
yes, I'm going to spend 4 to buy the general.
Thank you very much.
Have one change, please.
I want to know.
Can you pass me the 2 purple cards from last level?
I'll pass you one of them
Oh, they're both the same.
because they're both
Yeah,
the
the
same.
same.
Inside, choose as controlled by another player with a township unit. Place a mercenary unit, multiply that X and start to combat there as the attacker. Win yours. Yes, I think I'll buy that as well.
And that is 3 to the bank.
There we go.
Okay.
So I've got a nice meaty
Lots
hand
of cards.
hideous violence, as it should
Yeah.
be.
We have
As
another
all
assassinate.
is right with the world.
We have some more ships. And we have some cavalry.
And I can also do horrible things if people attack near me for the right price.
What's the Sultan going to do?
Good question.
So much money.
In theory, I should have spent the last few minutes thinking about what I was going to do, but I was so
Engrossed in the battle.
and everybody else was doing it. No, I
Yeah.
actually didn't give it any thought whatsoever. So I'm completely starting my thought
Well,
process.
one person's action
Scratch.
can completely change the board state. And
Yeah.
Yes. But what does the Sultan do?
He builds.
Builds. What happens when you run out of the buildings?
Can't
I
build
can't
anymore.
have to wait until somebody sacks
Somebody
one, and I
sacks
can
one.
build another
Okay,
one.
well, I'll tell you what, we're going to an allegiance, right?
You build it, I'll
You
knock
build
it
it,
down.
I'll knock it down. Yeah.
You build it, I sack it. Okay, well, I think one action.
What's it called where two species learn to...
Symbiotic.
Symbiotic. They have a symbiotic relationship.
Or mutualism as well.
I think I'm going to build. So I'm going to build there at a cost of 1.
That's 1.
And
Can turn that into a city, that would be nice. Love that. Where's my castle gone?
the trouble is, your civilization looks as though it's in decline, and do we want to invest
I don't
valuable resources?
don't know about that.
And it makes
Guess
it a
where I'm
bit of
going.
a-
Guess where I'm going next.
bit of a sack magnet for kind of warlord face over there. So, oh god, no, what the hell?
Fine. So that's
Look at that.
another 4.
Yeah,
Look, the chance of it getting violently burned down by
So it's
borders,
1 for a
1 in
town.
1.
4 to build a city.
yes.
Yeah, big difference.
Do I get to sack all the buildings in one go? If I win.
If there is a stronghold and the settlement, you either capture or sack the stronghold.
Yeah.
And the settlement, you either leave it there or sack it. So yes, you could
I
sack
could
it.
sack the lot.
And you
Sack
get
it.
loads of
One
points
turn.
if you don't.
Yeah. Alright. But then there are 4 other players that might all join in.
Right?
Yeah, they might do.
4.
Because
So 9 money in total.
Yeah.
And that is all of your cities on the board.
Yeah.
And that's going to get you
Probably
I mean, the reality is, I
City
probably
down.
need to start knocking the Sultan out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to run away.
Well, he's got all the money.
Yeah, and a lot of victory points.
Did get a lot of
You
points.
both
Got a lot of
scored
points.
10.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
So
fine.
you got 12,
Um,
didn't you, last time? Which was the most.
No, I got 10.
Oh, you got 10.
Okay.
Oh, the Murshid. The sneaky Murshid with the one with all the points.
Exactly.
Oh, 9.
Yeah, no.
It was
Nine-
8,
oh, yeah,
9,
nine.
10.
10,
Who got
10.
12?
7.
No one.
I didn't
No,
get
really?
anything.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
It was money you were thinking of.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's money. Okay, it was
Yeah.
money.
You got 10 victory points and 19 cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these two.
So
So
they are doing
although
okay.
You did
I'm
just
gonna
jump up
recruit-
another 3 because you scored in turn. So
Because my recruit is recruit 3,
Yes, true.
and I have
3.
3 units here.
Perfect.
So I'm going to recruit 3. I'm going to have presence and no other player has control. Done?
Done.
I think.
done. Just suddenly happen.
Influencing.
That is not affected by anybody else. Nope.
Possibly the.
No, it's my,
Got to have
it's my
influence,
influence, not mine. Anything
Okay.
else.
Right. Action 2. Just so you know, after this action, you will be halfway through your game.
Wow.
That's scary, isn't it?
That is scary. That is scary. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm quite a long way from the action now.
You're currently winning in terms of you've just gained,
Yeah, so
but you're not going to
I'm
score
not
any
gonna score
primary
this round,
objectives in
no.
the scoring phase.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to earn those points
Yeah.
by fighting.
So I just want to make sure that I'm thinking the right way.
Mhm.
When I make an assault, it's from
One hex,
one hex
to an adjacent,
hex.
Correct.
Okay.
So you need to collate them
I need
first.
to collect them first.
Well, or not. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
attacking somebody who doesn't have cards,
yeah.
then
But I'm only going to get points by... I mean, there's no point me getting 1 point. I need to go get lots of points. And I get points by sacking.
the buildings.
So I need to go for the buildings. Yeah, lots of them down there.
He
Yeah.
has to go via the bridge.
But I've
though.
got to go by the bridge, really. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mass,
Yeah.
I think, first.
So
We put demolition charges on all the bridges.
Yeah,
Yes.
quite. So I'm going to mass. So I get a unit in each of my...
unless you remove the
I
token,
remove the
and
token,
then you get to.
and then go. Yeah, I suppose. But I'll tell you what. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'll remove that.
I'm thinking it
Bearing
might
in mind,
be
it's
time.
halfway through.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
you said, it's
Yeah.
halfway through now. So
So
that one
what about
goes.
these two? You want one
I
or two?
think I think I'm going to put 2 on that one over there and take that
That's
one
that
off.
gone. Yep.
Okay. I think I'm going to, do you know what?
You're going to do it here as
Oh,
well?
I'm going to do it there
Okay,
as well.
there you go. The Warlord has
The ward has
done the
staked
big
his...
mass.
No
Right,
longer
okay.
has any
He's gone for it now.
Wow. And that's what you got all the units for?
That's what I got it for.
Right.
Wow.
No, I can get 7 on a tile at once, I think.
You can have 7. All of the players, it's 5.
I'm going to influence here because, it's done. But, 1-on-1, you have no cards. I'm not
Yeah,
playing any
it's
cards.
1-on-1.
Yeah.
You've got no cards, so we can actually skip all of that stuff that we'd normally do.
Oh, what does the Sultan do?
Going to build the lost towns
1, 2,
because it's a mountain.
3, 4. Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah.
No disruption.
That was a mercenary,
and 5, 6.
So is Wasteland expensive as well?
Oh, wait, that.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Well, it's more expensive because it's desert.
Yeah.
It's desert, so it costs.
It's not desert. It's
desert.
Wasteland.
Oh, it's
So
wasteland.
it doesn't cost
Yeah.
extra.
Okay.
So that's just 2,
5?
5. Yeah.
Done. Right.
Mm.
I'm going to build,
Madness.
and I'm going to build 2 forts. Because I build 2. Any hex where I have presence, not controlled by another player, and doesn't contain a fort or a castle. Done.
So that's 3 military strength at the moment.
There.
There.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
That's right. Breaking down your neck.
Well, the problem is, if I'd have bought cards... No, maybe I should have bought cards.
I think that's the problem. If you buy cards, it's like, I want to buy these,
Yeah.
but I can't afford the time.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I don't really want to spend the time.
It's time for desert.
Okay, nice. Who's deserting this time?
This one.
Okay.
Oh, what a shame.
That just goes there. Right, action 3.
The warlord shows pity. Okay, so I'm going to.
Yeah, I think that was a bad move.
I think I'm going to assault because you don't have any cards.
I have no cards. I think that's the problem. If I'd have just bought cards...
But
Yeah.
the only problem with that is that there is a bit of a danger. Not danger. If I assault this one, I'm going to lose 1, 2.
You'll lose
this is
1 unit.
3. I'll only lose 1.
That's
sorry.
this
It's
is
only
3
one.
combat strength.
Yeah, it's only 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had a card to up it by 1,
Yeah.
you'd have lost 2 units,
And
and
I'm good.
then that would have been...
And I can play the warfare card anyway.
Yeah.
So I need to play the warfare card. So I'm going to do an assault, which is moving those 3
Okay,
in there,
right. So,
and a warfare card.
yeah, we'll go through the process. You play the warfare card. You secretly select that you're playing the warfare card. I secretly select I'm playing no cards.
Yep.
You put one of your units on the warfare card.
Yep.
Your strength is 4. My strength is 3.
And I can't help you out, Paul. Sorry.
No, you're not nearby, so we can't do any deals or anything with you. Casualties, I take 2 casualties. So that's the difference, because if you'd have only done 1 casualty, 1 would have gone back to there. As it is, both of them are dead and go to here. Now, you get points for things that you kill, don't you?
I do. It's
1 point for each.
I think it's
What
1.
was- is it half round? Is it half rounding up?
Half rounded down. He's got 4 attack.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, sorry. Take half opponent's strength as casualty. He's got
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
And you
1
do-
for a. It's.
And you do 1 to
not 1 per enemy removed.
Yeah.
During the castle
Yeah,
step,
so you get 2 points.
but not during retreat. Yeah. Okay.
I kill one of yours.
That
You
one.
kill that one. And
So
then
he can choose the one that's on the card that's going to die anyway.
That comes back to the hands.
Yeah. And do you want to sack?
I'll sack the. Was that
It's a bit of
the?
a waste of time building it.
It was a castle, wasn't it?
There's a
No,
fort.
there was a
so you get
fort.
1 money.
One-
and how many points do you
1 victory point.
get? 1 point. It's hardly worth doing it.
No, it's hardly worth it, was it? Sorry, Paul. That's
Yeah, I shouldn't have built it there.
just gets me one. Just gets me a bit
Well,
closer
you're
to
also-
your.
you're
to
You're
your
also in-
also on the.
you're in control
of the
holy side again.
yeah, which I've got to go. Well, yeah, as long as I stay there. Yeah.
So that didn't work out for me well at all.
My go. I'm just going to influence here. Again, it's not a success because you haven't got any cards.
because it's 1 versus 1.
1 versus 1.
So if I build that, that's going to cost me 2 plus 1.
Yeah.
That's going to cost me 2. That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I can build anything else. Run out of towns.
They're everywhere.
I have a feeling that situation is going to change at some stage.
Yeah.
Just those 2 for 5.
Okay.
Oops.
Done.
Right.
A suboptimal move, I think. If I'd had a town left, I would have put it in there. But, perhaps I should have held off for an extra turn before I don't know. You never know the right thing to do. It's very fluid, this board, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got a feeling that that's what this game is really all about. There's the asymmetry of it, but it's also about the fact that you never really know when is the right time to do various things. There are so many different things that you can do, and as and the game can vary depending on how the cards come out. You might have lots of cards out. You might have hardly any cards out, as we've got now.
The last game we played,
there were loads, weren't there?
everybody had 3 or 4 cards at this point, so everything was unknown. In this game,
Yeah.
we are skipping most of this because it's deterministic combat because nobody's got any cards.
But there was less on the board.
There was a lot less on the board. I think I need to buy cards. I think but the cards that are out there, I say I'm buying cards. These cards are a bit.
Well, these are good.
Not what
particularly
you were after.
great.
These are great, though.
So I'm going to buy some cards. I'm going to offer you 3 money for this.
Oh, it's pretty good.
It's very good. It's very good. It's very. That's
That's
amazing.
3 money. I'll have that. Okay.
That's cheap.
I'm going to buy this, which cost me 3 money because it's my card.
Are they plus
So
one?
which one did you buy at the end of the...
Are they plus
I
ones?
bought cavalry. So if combat takes place in a fertile hex, +1,
Okay.
and I can assign one of my units to this card, and I get another +1.
So it's plus 2.
It's +2 if I use it
for that
in
tile.
here.
Yeah.
Kind of also want to buy another card.
You've got 4 in there. 5. Is that 5? 5 in there at the moment.
Yeah, there's a palace, there's a castle, and there's a
That's
ordinary
5.
units. That's 5.
The potential of 2 more.
Yeah, there's not much in the way of combat cards out there, apart from the Raiders. The Raiders is all right, but I'm trying to work out if ships is actually any use for me. The only reason ships is useful for me is to get from there to there, which I don't need to do.
Yeah, and if you take that, then it's pretty good what you're doing, and I'm going to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other option is I can buy a card from the middle market, which is the Raiders, which is assign up to 3 of your units in this combat to the card. For each unit assigned, reduce the number of units you return to your supply during the casual step by 1. Okay.
That is pretty good.
It is pretty good, isn't it? But it's whether it's
It's
worth
1.5.
paying
Paying the
for
wall
money.
4 silver for it.
No, I'm just going to buy those 2 cards.
Okay.
So we get a new card here, and it is Corrupt, which is useful during combat. Oh, this is a really interesting card. So it can be played in combat, it gives your opponent -1 strength, or it can be played in influence, and it gives your opponent -1 influence, but the other player then takes the card into their hand.
Ah,
Okay.
So this card ends up
just
moving
cycling around the game.
Right.
We had several of those in the game.
We did.
last time, didn't we?
I'm just
Flying all over the
recruiting.
place.
Oh, just pops up here, just says hello.
Random.
Right, action 4.
Okay, here we go.
Last action for this year.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, I think my best move at this point, unless I've miscalculated, is to assault in this direction.
Okay.
Right, let's discuss...
Yeah, so now we're having our first, because the merchant is here,
Oh,
the merchant can now
the
make
sneaky
deals
merchant.
Okay.
with either player.
So as it currently
both.
stands, there is strength 3 on the attack,
Yeah.
there is strength
1.
1 on the defence, and it's likely Paul will play the combat card, which then means he's going to have strength 4.
Yes.
I'll secretly work out what I'm going to play it.
Yep. It'll be 3 versus 1 and win. If you do play the card, you must assign a unit to the card, and that unit is then lost.
So does this not represent 1
It's
rounded
1
down
unit.
to 1?
Yes,
Not
not
a
rounded
unit.
down to 0.
Oh, to 0.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But now the merchant has a handful of cards.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Rob?
Are you offering rather than
Are
Peter
you
requesting?
offering to help me?
You pay me 2 victory points, I'll stay out of this one. Otherwise, you can lose most of your army. Your choice.
You think you can destroy half of my army?
I know I can destroy.
You know you can
You will-
destroy my
yeah,
army.
you'll win that fight, but at an absolutely horrific cost. I've
Ooh.
got cards here that will eliminate. You'll win.
You might be happy with winning.
You'll have nothing left.
But how much do you want?
Just 2. 2 simple victory points.
Just 2.
And you'll
Just 2, and I'm going to gain
Just 2 wafer thin victory points.
3.
but you'll keep most of your force.
And you'll be.
So I get a net 1 victory point and keep my force.
Yep.
And,
So just so you know,
yeah,
by the rules of the game,
yeah.
Rob could still put. You could make the deal.
And you could still ignore
He
that.
could still put all
He
of
could
his
still
cards
do
in
it
to
and
destroy
destroy
your
me.
forces, but because you won, you still have to give him the 2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, the points are given if you win the combat.
I won't.
No. I'm just
No,
saying.
you wouldn't
I
do
just,
that.
yes.
Yeah. At this point in the game, it's not worth breaking my word and therefore leaving me untrusted amongst all the other players.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't win it for you, so that's why I'm not accepting an offer from you.
Okay.
But I can.
So you want 2.
Yep, and
To stay out of
and I
it.
won't cripple your force.
You won't cover the force. Okay.
Okay.
There's 2.
Okay. Only at the end.
Oh,
Only the end
only
of
at
the
the
game.
end. Oh, sorry,
only at the end if you
okay.
win. So let's go through this process just because we haven't had a proper process yet.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
players involved now put cards into their bag. Face up if you're going to play them.
Yeah.
Face down if you're not going to play them.
Right.
Okay, with that on top. Yeah,
Okay.
you've got
I
that on
totally
top.
promised not to exterminate his
Okay.
entire army.
You did. You did.
Okay, now take all of the cards out of the bag,
I play.
and any that are face up are played. Okay, so neither of you have played any cards. Okay, right.
Phew.
So yes, we do the combat. It is 3 versus 1. You win.
I do win.
You don't take any losses because
Thank
one
Kirsty.
half rounded down. Peter would take 1 loss, but
Yeah.
there isn't one in there. So first of all, the fort. Do you want to sack it?
Yep.
So sacking a fort gets you
1.
1 money and 1 point.
Yeah.
There's a point.
Okay.
There's a money. And what do you want to do with the city?
And the city is worth 4, so definitely going to sack the city.
So the city is sacked. You get 4 money.
And 4 victory points.
Is it 4 points?
You 4 points.
Wow.
You're only going to get 3, you lion.
Well, I miscalculated. Do
Do you want to
you
give
know
us a
what?
1 back?
Do you know what? Yeah, hang on.
I've known you're getting
Seriously.
that much out of us.
Yeah, well, look, I thought it was a town and a fort.
No, there's a city and a fort.
Ah.
Okay, and now because you won the fight, you now have to give 2 points to the Merchant.
2 is what we
Sorry, Mr. Message. I really
That's
thought
all right.
I was on. I
it
thought
was
it was
your
a net
action.
1. I thought it
No,
was a
but
net
yeah,
1.
the only reason I said only 2 was I thought he was going to get 3 VPs out of it.
Right.
If I knew he was going to get 5,
Yeah.
I might have renegotiated.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to see the Warlord actually being
Warlording.
aggressive.
Yeah.
That was your last action for year 2.
It's
was
not
my
only
last
for
action.
you, not too great for the population of those cities.
Well, yeah.
It feels sad for the city now.
Right.
He said he didn't have anything else to build.
That's right. Now you can build.
Now
you
he
can
has.
build.
You're doing him a favour. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Get that down somewhere tasty.
You want me? I'll play it. No, you raise it. I'll sack it.
Right. What do I want to do here?
So you have 1 card in hand, which is your...
I've got the warfare card,
Yeah, okay.
I've got a whole stack.
which allows me to assign half of my units.
You must assign half of your units to that card, yes. If you play it.
And then they all die. Well, they're not
So if I go in with 7, I have to
Put 3 on
put
it.
3 in.
But that's another +3, so that would be a combat strength of 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to plot. Take 7
Okay,
cards.
so 7 cards. And do you have any cards in hand?
I've got 4 in hand, so I'm going to keep
So you
one
only
of them,
get 1 of those
because
cards.
you lot don't know what it's going to be.
No.
And there can be all sorts of fun in there. Ooh.
Okay.
Yum, yum, yum. Can't be either of them, so it's one of these.
It's a lot of black units on the board.
And my last action.
But
Yeah, you
assault
can go,
is only from
Okay.
1 hex,
Yes.
isn't it? So I can't really go pincer movement. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think the combat's really as subtle as all that.
So I'm going to build that for 2. And
Is it 2?
it's a
Oh yeah, 2 for a 4.
2 for a fort.
It's 4 in the field. Yeah.
4 in a field. And 4 for a city in the wasteland.
Wow.
Did you build that last one, or was that your
I
out
don't
cash?
know. If I had the money, I would now be able to put that there, which would have been
Yeah,
really
would have
good.
been
But
nice.
I'm too short. So
Top,
On the top,
because you took a card.
because I took a card, yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm broke. A poor impecunious sultan.
I'm sure you're right to get it all back.
So the question is, are there going to be troops heading my way? Is the question.
Yeah, if he gets the hits in now, weakens you.
Now you can't help at the moment, can you? Because you're too far away.
Yeah. My zone of control is everything along here. So
Is that still adjacent because of the river?
It's not
Only-
adjacent.
it's not adjacent.
No.
Okay.
Rivers break adjacency.
Right.
Due to the alliance, everything. Yeah.
Unless you have a ship.
Unless you've got ships. Okay. I think I need to do an assault. I think I need to because I'm not getting very many points otherwise.
Yeesh.
Is that when you're the attacker? The warfare card.
No, I don't think so. I think the warfare card can be played
Yeah, combat.
at all
It says
times.
combat.
So the
So
Mercedes doesn't have influence here, so it is just between us two.
And you've got 2 plus cards.
I have 2 plus cards. You have 2 plus cards. So we secretly select how many cards we want to play each. Okay. Camelry. Warfare. Right. Okay.
So
So
didn't need to that. You're probably going to do that. Yeah.
the warfare card is resolved first.
Okay.
You assign that to that, giving you a 3 strength.
Yeah.
Combat. If in a desert hex, plus 1 strength.
Ah,
And you are
And
attacking.
I can assign
attack.
one of the units to that.
But you don't need to do because you're equally.
No, but now I'm 4.
Which means both you.
Which
Ah.
means I lose
4
both of them.
means, yeah, both die.
You're that mean.
I am that mean.
Probably lose one.
And what are you called? The plaintiff? No,
The Caliph.
the caliph. Right, I see.
So yeah, you lose 2
Someone
units.
lose 2.
I lose 1 unit,
Yeah, because I had 3.
and that's a battalion. So that stays in
That
front of
stays
me,
there.
and I will get that back in the upkeep phase.
Okay. Yes, not only that, you're going to get the points at the end of
I'm
the
going to
round.
get the points for the holy site, which is
You
the
are.
important thing.
Unless I retaliate.
Well, you can't.
No time.
That was the
Right.
fourth action.
I've run out of time.
Exactly.
Influencing.
There you go.
Looks like we're going to get a lot more
Right.
nomads next
Okay,
time. So-
scoring. Let's go through your scoring. So your secondary objectives,
Okay,
just
so
your secondary objectives.
Just secondary. Okay, has a castle? No, I don't. I control the hex on the holy site? No. Contiguous group of 4? No.
Done. Nil point.
Yeah,
But you got lots in the.
I got lost during the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get my
One
points
of
during.
your points is there.
Thank you.
Yep, get it faced
Okay.
out.
Make sure you
Mershid.
Okay, so I've got
so
primaries
many
is for
victory
each of
points
those
you can
tokens
just-
on the map.
So
We'll
for
just
this
leave
one,
them scattered.
So 2 VP if the symbol is a hex, that's 2. Sorry, same hex as the city. So that's 2 for that one.
So 1 for the token,
Yep. So
an extra 1 for the city.
no, it's
No?
not for the token. It's for each of your influence tokens on the map. 2 victory points
Okay.
if on the same hex as the city.
Right.
1 if on the same hex as the town.
Yeah.
1 if fertile without town or city. 1 if on the same hex as your stronghold and a quarry or mountain.
So you get
it's
7.
Just going to be 2, 4, 6, 7.
Yeah. So you building cities on the Mershid hexes gives the Mershid
Yep.
lots of points. Right. Okay. So 7 points.
That's 7. Control the holy site, no. Influence holy site, no. Have at least 2 strongholds on the map, yes. That's another 2 points.
2.
That's 9.
So 9 in total.
9 in total.
Okay. 9 points. Sultan.
Okay. Hexes you control.
Lots.
So over here.
That's income, not points.
Good. So right, let's start again.
Cities.
Primary objectives for each city on the map.
Yeah.
1 victory point. 1 additional victory point if no other player controls it. So
Yeah,
that's
so 2.
2. And there's a influence token that belongs to
just
somebody
2.
else, so it's only 2.
Here is just 1. That's
Yes.
3. Here is just 1. That's 4. Here is just 1. That's 5. Here is 1. That's 6.
Yeah.
So 6 points for your primary objective.
Right. Secondary objectives, if I can say it. Have at least 4 influence tokens. No. Control the hex of the holy site. No. Control at least 3 hexes. Yes.
Yeah.
1 victory point per hex you control. So 1, 2,
4.
3, 4.
All done?
Yeah.
Right, what do I get? I get, for each hex I control 1 point. I control 1, 2, 3 hexes. I get 3 points. 1 additional point if there's a city there. And 1 additional point if it's the same hex as your castle and an influence token. Sometimes. Right, secondary objectives. Control at least 4 hexes and more than anybody else. No. Control the holy site. Yes. I get 4. Control the quarry and the thing. Yes, I get 2. So I gained 10.
So you two just again, but myself and the warlord are getting extra points from
Nomad. How many points would you like to buy?
I only get 3 victory
3,
points.
so you get 3 points. Any
That's
secondary
it?
objectives?
No.
No secondary objectives.
Didn't
Right.
quite make it.
So we are going into the last year. First phase is income. Warlord. You control here, which is a quarry, so that's 3. Nothing, nothing. You get 3 money for controlling the quarry. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The Murshid.
Okay. So I control a city which is 2 on
2,
fertile land, which is 3.
3.
So that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, I think.
You don't control that.
Oh, sorry. 3, 6, 9.
Yep, 9 money. You got 1.
No.
No.
Yeah, no
Okay.
quarry, no Sultan influence.
Okay. The Sultan. Oh, sorry, you got 1 extra because of the Sultan influence. Sultan influence gets you an extra 1.
Yes.
So, Sultan, you control here.
Yes.
2
so,
points, 2 money for the city.
Yep.
Control here. 1 money for the town.
3.
That's 3. You control here. So 4 for the fertile, 5 for the town.
Yep.
You control here. 6 for the fertile, 7 for the town.
Yep.
And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
And 1 for the Sultan influence.
He did
Done
point
that.
that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
pointed that. Yeah.
23 money. Okay, I get 3 for the quarry. 1 for the fertile land. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 money. And the Nomad.
I don't think I get any.
You control here, you control here, you control here, but it's not worth any points.
No.
Not worth any money. Right, reserves. Your reserve value is 3, and you currently have 9, so no more for you.
No more.
My reserve value is 3, because I have 1 castle and 2 influence tokens. I have 2 on the board, so I get 1 on there. Your reserve value is 12.
12.
And how
Wow.
many mercenary units are there currently on the board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 7 on
Wow.
the reserve card.
Good thing for that.
Right.
So these are the ones that I can hire.
Yeah,
Yes,
these
they
ones
are.
everyone can now hire.
Upkeep.
Right.
Characters and battalions come back to hand. Those 2 cards disappear. Everything slides down. Right, so we go into the final action phase of the game. Starting with
Warlord.
Mr. W. Warlord.
Okay. Counting the number of turns, we have 4 actions left.
You've got 4 actions left.
If I do that, that's 1. That's 2.
You can hire people and put them out
Um,
where you want.
Can they go anywhere?
When
Only
you
where I
hire them,
control
it's
them.
only where you have presence.
Presence.
And nobody else
At the
controls it.
moment, I know nobody else controls. Right. Okay.
But it'd be nice and they're all together.
Yeah, it would be. But I need to make that would be a move. I'm just seeing how I can maximise my. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for. Do I go for the quick points now? Is the question.
Quick points.
Or do I prepare for a bit of a bigger onslaught later in game?
Yeah,
Prepare. Prepare means I can give you a hand.
Quick points.
Quick points, yeah. But
Prepare.
just working out, this is worth. This is worth. If I do manage to do this,
Yeah.
it's worth.
No chance.
It's worth a lot.
Castle. Is this a castle? That's
Yeah.
3. The Caliph is 4. You're just waving cards at me, which are just probably no good.
And then another 4 for the city, so that's going to be 11.
Cool, that's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it is. But
11
that's,
points if you sack that.
that's if I sack that.
If you get
That's
it.
if I get there and sack it.
You need to hire a lot of mercenaries first and not make an enemy of
Well,
the.
you'd probably give.
of the shadowy.
That's at the point you might give 4 points to the Murshid.
Yeah.
If you're going to get 11 from it.
Yeah. Well, the other option is to just go and sort this end tile out here, and sort this, which is worth. That's a city.
That's a city,
which is 4 for me.
Yeah.
And a fort, which is 5. So it's 5 points, but it's a long way out of the action.
You got any cards, Peter?
Minor? No.
I don't think that's enough.
So yeah, it's an easy
So
5 points.
that was my quick point. So
If I just move 1 in and you win. It's got a military strength of 1.
Oh, of course. It's only it is only 1, isn't it?
But the guy you move in dies.
No.
Write it down.
No, it rounds down.
Yeah.
That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is enough, actually. I was thinking that, yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to assault.
Okay. So because there's no cards and the Murshid is not nearby.
Yeah.
And you're sacking them both.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
5 points.
5 points and
Is it money for those?
some money.
Yes, you get
Sacking.
4 money for the city.
And 1 for the fort.
And 1 for the fort.
So there's 5 money, 5 points.
No,
There you go.
two for. Oh, it's 1 for the fort. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, 5 money, 5 points.
Yeah.
That seems like a quite efficient use of 1 action.
Yeah. But I need more than those because I need to get back over here now. Wreak some havoc in the middle.
Well, I don't know, if you can get 5 points
Well, 5's
with
good.
each of your
Yeah, it's
4
good.
actions, that's 20 points.
Yeah, but I can't because of where I am. But
Yeah.
But yes, that would be good, wouldn't it? If I was in the middle here doing it,
Yeah.
it would be great. But I've got a feeling that I'm going to get slaughtered if I do anything in this area. We've got lots of cards. The Murshid's got lots of cards. He's just stacking himself up
Yeah.
to prevent me from coming in, I think. But that's quite tasty for me.
Uh-huh.
So that's another 5 points.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 action to build.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm going to spend
It's a build 2 for you, isn't it?
6
money.
money.
Yeah. For
And a fort here and a castle.
so turn that into a
Yeah.
castle and build a fort there. Right, Sultan.
Right. How much is the fort worth?
Fort is only worth 1 money and 1 point.
Yeah. The castle's worth 3.
Castle's worth 3.
That's very tasty, that tile now. That's worth 7 now.
Fort Worth, is that in Texas?
But it does have a military power of 2. And
he's
Richard's got lots.
He's got a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And can I buy him out?
No,
Well,
because
like-
he's the defender.
Yeah, not if you're
Oh,
attacking.
you can't?
No.
Okay.
If you're the attacker and he's the defender, the deal can only be made if he's not one of the
Not
primary
one of the two.
players
Okay.
involved in the fight.
Fair enough.
It's the theory, I think.
Hmm.
It's almost to my benefits to accept 5 if you want to let him do it.
And let him do it, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
It's a sort of vicious backstabbing thing I'll do. Let you attack my own people because it all fits my Machiavellian scheme. I will tell you, if you can launch a major attack on the Caliph Centre, I will support you because I know how many points you'll get from that. It'll be expensive,
Yeah, it'd be expensive, yeah.
but I can give you a lot.
Hire mercenaries.
Oh,
I
yes.
think
Yeah.
everyone,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There won't be any left of
The
them.
mercenary market is finally open for business again.
Yes, there are lots of them here.
Okay.
Highly trained.
Okay, I'm interested in 2.
He's really rich. He's really rich.
Your
He is
price.
really rich and he's been
He is the
rich
Sultan.
You
the
need
whole
money to
time.
buy points.
Milk him. He needs that military, so
Okay, I'll give you 8 for them.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
I think we can actually negotiate.
So
Is that 8 points to do at the end?
No.
No, it's not 8.
That's
No.
So you
not,
spend your
it's
money
not
and get
us.
points. Thank you.
Yeah. So those go, and you get
You're right.
2 things somewhere where you have presence and nobody else has control. I'm going to build.
Sorry.
I get confused between the income and the victory points. I still get confused. I'm not going to get any more income, am I? So there's no point looking at that.
Spend 4 to upgrade that into that.
Oof.
and I spend 3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sorry, do you mind if I put those there?
Okay. And you know that one of those cards is cavalry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is
Fighting in the desert.
fighting
Potentially +2 strength.
+2.
Is that your
That's it. Yep. I built 2 things.
recruiting?
Oh yeah, you just recruit them from there in, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, action 2. 3 actions left each.
So you've potentially got enough to beat me without doing something.
Yeah.
I can go in with 4. Let's do that. I think because this is 3, isn't it? With
There's 3 military strength here.
Potential. That's a town, which is
That
2
is
points.
a town and a fort.
Yeah,
It's
that's not
3
too
points in
bad.
total,
Yeah, that's 3.
And it's not in my zone of influence. So.
No,
it's not.
But as I understand it,
Yeah,
if Rob had a ship's card in hand,
he could use.
I could play that to then
To-
activate with a
Yeah,
I will just check exactly what the
Okay.
rules say on the anytime card. Card with the anytime keyword can be played at any point during the action phase.
Okay, so a combat would be action. So
So,
you could play that
I
at any
think-
time.
and I will add some annotations on screen if this is not correct, but if you were to declare some kind of thing, Rob could play the ship's card,
And be adjacent.
and then for the purposes of that action, you ignore river features. And then he's suddenly adjacent, even though he
Okay,
wasn't
fair
before.
enough.
I think that's how
Good.
that works.
Yes, I'd like to buy 2, please.
2. And that will cost you 10.
It will cost me 10.
It won't wipe
Money
you
that the
out.
warlord's got.
10?
And it's not going to get
What
you
else are you
anything.
going to
1,
spend it on?
2,
Yeah.
3,
Emily needs the money
4,
to buy the big points.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. How's that?
10
Thank
monies.
you very
Wow.
10 money. Thank you very
That
much.
gets
So
you 2.
there you go. So I can put 2 of my mercenaries
In a hex where
in a
you
hex
have presence,
where I have
and
presence.
nobody else has control.
And nobody else has control.
That is not adjacent to any blue pieces.
Okay, so I think you've got enough to beat me.
I don't.
So I am going here.
Interesting.
I think you've got enough to
Yeah,
beat
I
me.
just didn't. I thought you were going to go here. And
Well,
okay,
that's only 5. No, I think
Okay.
the merchant has got
right. Okay,
much more.
He does.
right.
Yeah, I think he's got more than that.
You're done.
You've got 2 cards, haven't you, Paul?
I have 2 cards.
Okay, I know what they are. Let us go for. I'm just going to plot.
Okay.
So this is still action 2, is it? Of the final.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 actions left, including the one you're about to take. So
Okay.
So you get to take one of those cards, assuming that it is aligned to you. Okay, card has been chosen. Give them a shuffle. Pop them right on top. Peter, your action.
So as this stands, the warlord has a strength of 4, but playing the card would make it 5.
6. Because it assigned half the units to the card.
Okay.
But if he played the card, which is optional, but if he did, he must assign half the units rounded down to the card.
Okay. So I can't save that space, even if I upgrade that to a castle.
Nope.
I'm still going to only have 4. I mean, it's going to destroy 2 of his units, which
At the moment, it would destroy 1, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
at the moment you'll be losing 1.
without cards.
But if I bumped it up to a castle, that would take 2. Is that worth it? Probably not. I mean, I could make an offer to bribe those.
Yeah, but if you did, you'd bribe 2 of them,
Yeah,
and then there'd be a combat.
of course. So there's no point. In that case, I will conspire. So please could I have the top 10 cards of the deck? I select 1 to go there and 1 to go there, and the others are shuffled and put at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to wait until I...
It's not going to change the action I'm going to do.
Okay.
But I'm not going to tell you the action I'm going to do because that might change what you're going to do.
Want cards, but I don't want the. I don't want to use the action.
So I'm going to buy cards.
Yeah.
So I'd like to buy this card here. Oh, what's this? Remove a mercenary unit belonging to any player in the active hex or an adjacent hex and return it to their supply, and then place a mercenary unit from your supply into the active hex and assign it to this card.
Yeah, I thought that looked pretty good.
So basically, it converts.
Yeah, thank you.
Somebody else's thing
Thank you for that, Mr.
into
Sultan.
yours. Well, there's also this. Siege engines. If you're the attacker, assign one of your units in this combat to this card, and if you do, strongholds in this combat have a combat strength of 0. So I don't want you to get that. If you're the defender and there's a stronghold in the hex, you get +1. So both of these are quite nice, I think. I'm going to offer you 3 for this.
Okay.
It's mercenaries, is it?
And then I'm going to buy
so
this.
You pick the active hex.
For 3.
He can take one mercenary from anywhere around it and place a mercenary on his own one. Basically, he pulls.
Okay.
But that's just, it doesn't
I
have
just
to
took Imam. +2 influence.
Okay.
Replaced by guards. If you are the defender, +1 strength, and assign one of your units in the combat +1 strength. Right, I'd have preferred that one.
It's
Emily?
time for some dessert.
Is it? Right,
It is.
who's going to dessert?
These 2.
Oh,
Oh,
that hurts. Right,
Ouch.
action 3.
probably should have seen that coming.
And here
I hope
we
it
have
doesn't
some
make it.
lovely new people.
Well, I actually still think I'm going to get wiped out if I go here. So I am going to go in here.
Right.
All right, as an assault
Okay.
Do you have any cards?
with all 4.
Are you playing your ships to get involved in this?
So I'd have to declare and play the ships first.
I think so. I think you'd have to declare you're playing the ships as an event.
I'm not playing a
You're
ships
not.
card.
Okay.
So it is purely this.
So it's just that. So
And
I'm not going to play any cards.
We don't need to do anything.
No.
So
So-
it's 4 versus 1.
I
No
don't need
losses
any.
on this side. No losses on that side because there isn't any.
Yeah, 2
What-
points.
What do you want to do? Are you sacking them both?
Yeah. It's a fort and a town.
It is a fort and a town.
Okay, so that's 3 victory points altogether and 3 money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Gee, I wonder where that massive army's heading. This is where Paul Elm moves the...
Slightly concerning. Slightly concerning.
Anyone feel impending doom?
Okay, so Rob, your penultimate action.
I'm going to plot again.
Plotting again.
I want to... Yeah.
Preparing. Just in case.
Yeah, because it's like a free card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Build. That's going to cost me 4. There's no point building. Or is there? No, there's no point. No, not really. 4. No, stop there. 4.
Okay.
One change, please.
There you go. Right, so my penultimate action. So if you were to attack in there, it would be 4 versus...
Currently 2 plus your +2s.
Yes, all of my stuff.
Which falls outside of my zone of influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he strikes there, it's 4 versus... Currently it's 4
I am
versus
just going to recruit
5.
and put that there.
Yeah, so it's 4 versus 6, but you'll have warfare, which will be added on because it will be 6 versus 6.
Recruit. And I just popped up there. Right, okay, we're now on to the final turn of the game.
Because don't forget your warfare, you spend more.
Your final action.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Have an ice cream. Is that the action?
No, the action is to start hiding.
For where?
What are you going to do?
Leave assaulting.
Okay, so we're going to pile in here.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
With
do
a salt.
Yes.
Yeah, with the salt.
So-
Salt in there.
First of all,
It's exciting.
It's been
we can do deals.
We can do deals.
Okay.
So is that the first thing that happens?
I think so.
So-
I think it is before cards are selected.
Yeah, just you. Yeah, before class will be
Okay.
selected. I know you're going to use warfare, but it's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know-
yeah.
I know- yeah. So we want a fertile ground. Oh, you've got that card.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I have
You have a
7
fertile-
cards
you have a
in
fertile ground
hand.
card.
Yeah, and a fertile.
I
ground.
have
They got him an extra
4 cards
point
in hand.
As
for
things are
fertile
going
ground.
to go down, Paul is on 6 combat.
I have a palace, which is 2, a castle, which is 2, and 2 units, which is 2. So
Which is
currently 6.
6.
6.
Yep. And
You're on 6 as well if you
I'm
charge
on
warfare.
6, yeah.
And that's if you're using warfare.
Yeah.
Because that means you get to add 2 of your guys to the card, which then means they're at +1, but they'll die at
Yep,
the end of
that's
it.
right, yep.
I know 2 of the cards Paul's got.
Mm.
Which I think are plus...
Yeah, he can
Ones.
add 2 because it's in a fertile territory,
Yeah.
and he can play the character to flip one of your mercenaries.
Which is
To his side.
To his side. So that would give me a 5.
Yep.
And he would be 7. 8. So he could be 8.
He would be 8, and you
Versus
would,
me,
and you would
I'll
then
be 5.
You would then be down, or you'd then, and you'd be 1 less, yeah, because you'd
I'll be
take
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could be 8 and I'll be 5. And in terms of points, for me, that is a city for 4, a castle for 3, that makes 7.
Cool.
The Caliph's Palace would be 8, and then 2 units would be 10 points if
Cool.
I won.
Bloody hell.
It'll be
That's a
and
game-winning
Paul, what will you lose if that falls?
In terms of points,
Yep.
let's have a look. Well, first of all, it's a hex that I would control, which is 1 point. It's in the same hex as a city, and it's in the same hex as... No, that's it. So 2. And then I wouldn't control that and that. So I'd lose 4 points if I lost control of that hex.
Okay.
So I'll happily make a deal with you and offer you 1 point if you come and help me out.
If I side with you, so I get over 1 point to side with you.
Yeah, definitely worth 3 points. If I win.
Plus the extra 2 that you shouldn't have given him last time. So
I'm hearing.
So it's 5, is it? Does that make it 5? That means we're splitting
I
the splitting
can
the proceeds.
spend-
We're
yeah,
splitting
yeah.
the spoils. If you help me win, I'll split the 10 points with you, give you 5.
5 each. We'll then give you a big
That's
jump.
very generous.
Yep.
Reduces
or
pause.
I can completely.
Destroy me.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can annihilate you.
You could.
on the basis that
I'm the warlord.
The
That would
warlord
be a
is-
good thing to do.
the
Warlord's got a lot of points.
we think is we haven't been counting, but we think the warlord is way ahead.
I'm not
Yeah.
that convinced.
I don't know.
I'll be honest. I'm being honest. I don't think I am.
No.
I don't
Because
think
you
I'm far
weren't
ahead.
getting
I'm not getting that
any
many.
points in the scoring phase.
I don't get anything in the scoring phase
Yeah,
at
you
all.
can
But
rack
you've
up
been
a lot
getting
of points.
tons
in
of points for
that. I haven't.
I don't think
I've
he's
only
been
really
getting
helped
that
him out
much.
once.
As long as you've been getting more than 10 a year.
No.
No?
No.
No, I haven't been.
I mean, you got 5 for that, and you got a couple of... Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been about that.
If I give you 5 and win, and I take the 5, we split the 5, I will have, on average, just done over the 10 per round.
Yeah.
If I win the thing.
And if you get 5, you might not need to do.
It
5
also
rounds.
takes points off the Sultan as well, if you
Yeah.
destroy the city.
Yes, because you
Although you
get
could rebuild it again.
You could just rebuild it somewhere else.
Rebuild it somewhere else.
Yeah, true enough.
What is
They
the
just pop up.
source of VPs here? So I'm just
the
yeah,
ashes.
yeah. I can make either of you win at this point because I know the cards you've got, I know the abilities I've got.
Mm.
But do I want to then potentially throw away?
Do you want some money as well?
Can't offer
Can't,
money.
can't. No, you can't bribe them with cash.
Do you want me to flip a coin?
Um,
And so it has come to this.
gets me.
Yeah.
The merchant has
So-
the balance of power. Eh?
Dumb.
Paul, if you offer me 4,
Well, that means... No, I might as well lose the hex.
but it means he doesn't get any points. If you think he's the one that's dangerous.
But that's of interest to you as much as it is to Paul.
Paul's not prepared to offer me enough. I'm prepared to accept your 5
5.
to help you reduce Paul's palace down to
Okay,
chunky.
let's go for it.
Chunky salsa.
Okay.
So
So we all select power cards.
yep.
Yeah.
So just for checking again. So right now it's currently 6 versus 6.
It is
That's
6
what it
versus 6 without any modifications.
It's 6 versus 4 at the moment, but assuming Paul plays the warfare card, that makes it 6 versus 6.
6 versus
yeah,
6.
yeah.
Okay, and then you've got +2.
+2, at least.
Paul might have more than +2.
No, I know the cards he's got.
Yeah.
Because he can't take secret cards, so I know the cards he's
Oh,
taking.
okay.
I know the police secret
Oh.
permit.
Mhm.
So he's going to get +2 from that one.
Mershid has been observant. Whereas the warlord just been around bashing things and just missed out on all the action. Missed out on all the
Okay.
diplomacy.
Okay.
Okay, right. So we reveal them all.
So,
I'm
did
playing
you
those
have
3?
So, did you play?
Everything, yes.
So, the order in which they are resolved is the warfare card first.
Okay.
That is the first
Warfare
one
card gets
to be resolved.
2, which is half my units.
Yeah, I'm worried that Rob's got an assassinate.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought.
Wow.
That's the problem.
That takes care of his.
That takes care of the elder.
Elder.
Yeah.
It kills one character.
So it is the attacker's assassinate cards, which says, is it just discard it?
Yep. Choose. Discard it without resolving it.
Yeah. So that's gone,
Ouch.
and that's an event.
Yep. So that's gone as well.
So that will go at the end of the com thing, but
Yeah.
might as well get rid of it. Then the defender's assassinate cards. Nope. Then the attacker's remaining cards in an order they choose.
So it's Rebel, which is Hex of the City, add +2 combat strength.
What's that? If there's a
If it's in Hex of the City, add +2 combat strength.
oh,
But I think you managed to have done this. I think I may have
so
miscalculated.
the city's rebelling against me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd remembered both of these. Is that it? That's your only other
Yeah.
one. So if in a fertile hex +1,
Yep.
assign one of your units to the card for another +1,
Yeah, that one I remembered.
and if in a desert +1, and assign your units to
You're
the
not-
combat.
You're
Not
not
in
in
a
a desert.
desert.
No, it's 2 separate abilities.
Oh, yeah.
You're not in a desert.
It's not a desert.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's not a desert, though.
You're-
You would have been an extra
2
plus
separate
one,
abilities.
No. What on the card?
It would have been an
If
extra.
in a desert +1,
Yeah, so
next
yeah.
ability, assign one of your units to the combat +1.
So it would have been
Ah,
+2 if it had been
damn.
in the desert, +1
Yeah.
everywhere
So
else.
it's-
That's what I miscalculated.
That's what I was hoping you'd miscalculated.
I thought
So can we?
it was
Okay, let's have a final count up.
both desert.
Yeah.
I thought they were both desert
You've
contingent.
got 1.
You've got 8. I've
I
got.
had 6, I've got an extra +2.
Oh, is it only +2?
Wait, oh no, sorry, +1 for 9.
Shit, got
Fertile.
5. There we go.
And what have you got?
Only 8
You've got 8.
because I miscalculated on that one.
Should have accepted my deal.
Because the frustrating bit was, I thought the desert.
Okay.
The yellow card I thought was both
But I
desert
give you.
Ah.
But I give you 5.
No, because you didn't win.
We've lost.
No, you
We've
didn't
lost.
win.
So I've got
Only
9,
win.
you've got 8.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
I
only
lose 4
that-
units,
Yeah.
you lose 4 units, which means you get 2 points, I believe, because
I get
you
2
killed
points.
those.
Yeah.
But you've
I'll
lost
take-
4 units as
I've
well.
lost
2
4
points.
units. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The rest of your units retreat,
Yeah, there aren't any left.
and cards now get discarded and stuff like that.
I'm annoyed about that.
2 points.
A little bit embarrassed.
No,
It happens.
it happens.
Okay,
We gave it a best shot.
Yeah. No, so I hadn't read that. Yeah.
and you're done. So that is your
Yes,
last
we're done.
action. You
Yep.
are finished.
Yep.
Rob.
My last action, I play Seize. So that's gone.
Is that gone?
Yep.
It's an event. Yeah.
And we're triggering a fight here.
Oh,
Because
Wow.
now you've got no cards.
I have 1 card. I didn't play all my cards.
So right now I'm on 2, you're on 2.
So what is it? It's
I've triggered a fight here because you've got another player's fort or castle.
Yeah.
Start of combat there is the attacker at +2.
oh right. Okay. Yep.
And I'll play that.
I am not playing a card.
So that's 3 to your 2,
You've won.
which flips that.
So that dies.
Yep.
And are you capturing it?
Capturing.
Oh, you can't
I
with
can't.
the seize because you're seizing it. Yeah.
You may
But that
not.
gives you
the
control of the holy site.
The seas lets you do that,
That's
even though,
control. That's 4
got,
points.
even though you haven't got anybody in there.
It's anywhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's 4
It
victory
just drops
points.
in.
I
You
think
lose
it's more for Rob, isn't it? Isn't it 5?
It's
I think
5
it's
for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. So I've done better to go there then, wouldn't it? With hindsight.
Yeah.
But then you did have the
Oh, you
one-
wouldn't have
No,
won.
you wouldn't have won because
Yeah,
you
you
had the
wouldn't
count. You had the.
That's your last action done.
Yeah, not if
Right.
I had played that, because I would have still won that fight.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah,
That's the
kicking
way we go.
myself.
That's the way it goes.
If I lose, that 5 points was a swing of my direction. Hoo-dee-ho.
Because he didn't sack that city,
Mhm.
I can't build it here,
No.
which would have given me a city under my control, which would have given
Oh,
me
Right.
a victory.
Whoa!
Could even left the side gates open.
So, our battle.
Because my general wasn't there to
Messed
lead
the
us.
Sultan up as well.
Oh,
Aren't we
what a
sad?
mess.
Aren't we sad?
What a mess. Read the card, Rob. Kicking myself.
So I think the only thing I can usefully do is attempt to put influence in here.
Okay, you win. No, technically I could
I
challenge.
mean, you could challenge. He's got 1 military influence and 1 civilian influence,
Okay.
and no cards. You have no military and no civilian influence, but if you can get
You can
3
have to get
points,
three.
No, not gonna
Actually,
happen.
it doesn't get me any victory points. There's no point.
doesn't
I
it?
might as- no.
Oh,
Okay. So your influence tokens on the
Well,
board.
well, it's just.
Oh no, it's only if somebody else doesn't
Yeah,
have
that's
it.
right. I've got nothing else useful that I can do, so I'm going to do that anyway.
Fair enough.
Just checking the rules for influence contests.
mhm.
I'm just trying to think. What happens if you were to take there?
Second.
What happens if you were to try and get influence there? Because you've got military, you've got civilian. I'm just checking. Does I think that token gives you
I think it does.
a +1.
Well, that actually would
No,
have been
it
a
just
useful
I
says
think
thing.
it says
it says
civilian.
So
military plus
defender's
civilian.
influence is civilian influence, maximum of 1. If a defender has a settlement or an influence token in the hex, they gain 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you were to try and get influence here, you'd have 2. Rob would have 1.
Well, since that doesn't do anything for me,
Only because that gets you a point, whereas influence in there wouldn't. But you might not succeed because Rob might defend against that.
Still might be worth trying.
So
if
yeah,
the
you
other
get
one
military
doesn't.
influence, you get civilian influence. You didn't have any cards. The defender's influence is because of the token.
I still don't. I mean, it still doesn't get me any points. It
Yeah, it
just
does.
Oh, right.
how?
Because it's a hex you control that isn't under the influence of somebody else. Or is it got to be a city?
It's got to be a city.
Oh, it's got to be a city.
Yes.
That's why I was hoping for that one to get sacked, so I could build a
Right,
city
okay.
here. That's what I was going to do, rather than doing anything. So the only thing it does do is Rob loses some points.
I lose 8 point.
You lose a
So
point.
if you were to take here, Rob has military influence and civilian influence. And you've got civilian influence. So at the moment, if you try to there, you're down 1. So that wouldn't work.
Right.
No.
So.
Mhm.
I've got the cities locked. Those cities locked.
So this is the only thing which actually potentially makes any difference in the game. So I might as well do it. So
So we have an influence contest there.
I
So-
don't have any cards.
It is
Just a question
it is
whether
2 versus 1.
+2 influence.
Okay, so you win. So
Compel.
Compel plus 2 influence. Okay. There we
that's the
go.
end of my go.
Right. My last action of the game. Well, I think I'm going to try and influence here.
Okay. So you're getting +2.
I believe I'm at
Because of
+2
Palace, yeah.
because I've got
It could be
military.
technically a -1.
Yeah, I've got military influence from this. I've got civilian influence from this.
I've got one influence.
So you have 1 civilian influence, which can either be used for or against me. Does the city want to
Support.
come
Support the Caliph?
come
Well, it turned
under
against you in the last battle, didn't it?
my influence?
Didn't work though.
The city walls.
I
The
think
city
it's
walls
actually-
held up.
All the traitors have been executed at this point, I think. So the purge has been carried out.
I mean, it's going to get me an extra point. It's not going to get you anything. So why would you
Oh, it's
support
only,
it?
only 1 extra point.
It's going to get me 1 extra point.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get you any extra. So I'm guessing you won't support it.
No, you don't know.
I'd be threatened to block you.
So influence contest. The attacker and our participants secretly select power cards. So I've secretly selected.
Yep, so
You
I-
secretly select and you
Yeah.
secretly select.
Like secretly.
Okay. Then, before cards are revealed, all participants decide whether they are supporters or defenders for or against me.
Okay.
And this is done in order. So,
Okay. I'm supporting you.
okay.
I'm opposing him.
Friend.
And now we reveal all of our played cards.
Yep.
I have +2.
Yep.
Okay, so I've done it. There you go. I got influence there. Right, Emily, the last action of the game.
What can you do to get some last cash?
I can't get any cash, but I can influence here, which does get me.
Something.
Nice.
Right. So, scoring phase.
Yes.
Warlord, do you have any of your secondary objectives
Just
achieved?
face up now and see what we got. Yes.
No castle. I'm not on the holy, and I don't have any contiguous tiles, so no.
Okay. Rob, you're getting quite a lot
I
here,
think I'm
aren't you?
getting a decent amount of points.
Yeah.
So, for each of the influence tokens on the map, if it's a city, +2. So 2.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
So you're getting 7 for your primary objective.
And I control the hex with the holy sites.
So
That's,
that's 12.
And I have at least 2 strongholds on the map, so I get another one per stronghold, so that's 15 in total.
Wowza!
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 16.
16 points.
Gracious me.
Yeah. It's big.
That's big.
Right. Sultan.
Not quite so big. I get 6. I've got 5 for my cities, 1 each for the city, and an additional point if no
There.
other controls the hex. Oh, sorry, 7. And an additional point if no other player has an influence. Yeah, so that's 7.
7 points.
Yeah, I thought I was shaping up to be
Any
dismal
secondary
final, so-
objectives?
Nope.
Okay. 7 points. So I get, I've forgotten, 1 point for every hex I control. 2.
2.
1 point if it's the same hex as a city. 3. And 1 point if there's a castle there and an influence token. 4. Do I control at least 4 hexes? No. Do I control the holy site? No. And I get an extra 2 for that. So I get 6. What did you get? 7?
Yeah.
I got 1 less than you. Right, Emily, how many points would you like to buy?
I'm buying 8
All of them.
points.
8 points.
Wow.
Okay.
Well done, Emily.
Any other secondary objectives?
Yep, I have influence tokens and at least 4 hexes not controlled by another player.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's 1 victory point per hex, so that's 4.
Wonderful.
That's pretty good.
Are we all done?
12.
Well
Yep.
done.
So mine's 1 point less than you.
I've got 32.
I got 31. I think the Mercians won it again.
41.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's big.
2, 7, 10, 20, 24, 27, 32.
Ooh, 32.
And 27.
27.
Yeah.
So we're all done. Let's wrap this up. Thank you very much to everybody for playing. And thank you to everybody for watching. Hope you found it useful. And if you've got any questions about the game, please let us know. And there we go. That is a full 5-player game played out. Now, the game did actually take longer than this, but for the purposes of this video, I did cut out a lot of the downtime. There were various parts where players were spending 10-15 seconds thinking about their moves, looking at cards and things like this. So yeah, the actual game did take a bit longer than this, probably about 2.25 hours, but I've trimmed it and edited it down for the purpose of this video. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, a big thank you to Osprey Games for asking me to create it, and to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.